first. Unbelievable.
I ask and you answer. So long as you don't lie, I can guarantee your head will stay intact.
We can talk about this.
Where's Benedict?
I don't... I'm not sure, but he might be on an unnamed floating island.
The location?
It's a moving island. No one knows its exact coordinates. A person like me knowing this much information is already an exception to the rules. Please understand.
One last question.
Yes.
Is Stanley still alive?
Benedict!
Director Wicker, you handled the press conference well. You lived up to my expectations. However, it looks like you can access knowledge you shouldn't otherwise have. Since you're interested in the floating island, would you like to see it yourself?
This is the Fountain of Oteme's latest achievement. It doesn't look impressive. Long time no see, Professor Lucius. You took so many things from my Gaia biotech, and this is all you can accomplish?
The Fountain of Oteme's core has nothing to do with your precious research center. Souls can't be shaped, and external devices are useless.
You're here. Don't pay too much attention to this test subject. It's just today's extra. Or rather, a medium. Have the new wavelengths from the Deepspace signal been successfully decoded? The recent disturbances in the Deepspace tunnel remind me of that starless night from over a decade ago. The night when the signal from Deepspace arrived on Earth. 2034. In that era, when aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for deep space exploration expanded faster than the Big Bang. Institutions competed to decode it. They all wanted to be first. The literary world dramatized it. Ignorant masses worshipped it, and they even created the Deepspace Academy. But only our decrypted information is closest to the truth. Earth is about to experience a grand eradication. Then the monsters appeared. Geomagnetic disturbances occurred, and mass extinction events were expedited. The warnings in the signal became reality, one at a time. The grand eradication is a large-scale elimination process. This planet wants to abandon us and enter its next phase of existence.
For over a decade, I have strongly advocated for the Fountain of Otome. I've dispatched the Farspace fleet to enter the Deep Space Tunnel's depths to avoid being abandoned. There were setbacks, but we managed to obtain the chess piece closest to her, to bring up 2034 again. Was there a mishap?
To avoid being abandoned, that will only make you a dog begging for fate's mercy. Lucius, you're old. The gears in your brain are covered in rust. It only took a few decades for evolvers to evolve from mere humans. This proves that in the future, we can reach a point beyond our wildest imaginations. We can achieve immortality.
Who knows if it's impossible or not? The Lemurians who escaped the last grand eradication are practically living specimens of immortality. Of course, there are also the little ones who came back from the other side of deep space. It proves that some people found a way to survive. Planetary immortality only costs a few more lives, but it's still cost-effective. What do you think, Soren?
Aside from the decrypted deep space signal, there's no concrete evidence that suggests Earth will face an apocalypse. As for that unkillable monster in the N109 zone, we can't confirm whether the life form is truly indestructible. So how do we determine whether our persistence in pursuing immortality is a noble endeavor or absurd paranoia?
The deep space signal isn't an oracle or a prophecy. It's mercy from the universe's governing laws that wish to give humanity a reprieve. What we're able to decode are predetermined facts already set in stone. That evidence you want, it's already part of this world. Protocores are one of the most powerful pieces of evidence. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, I discovered the connection between protocore energy and her. I knew what kind of mission the universe gave me. Using protocores to accelerate human civilization's development and allowing humanity to achieve an immortality that aligns with this process. Only then can we survive the grand eradication with little to no losses. The anomalies caused by the deep space tunnel are becoming more frequent. Protocores are always guiding us.
Recently, the frequency of spatial anomalies and magnetic field disturbances has almost reached the edge of time and space. Once a planet gets swept into that, complete disintegration will soon arrive.
Did you come up with another way to deal with your former teammate? I hope we can defeat your little prince and prove to him that our Soren is the most capable one.
Matters involving the backtrackers aren't to be taken lightly.
Do you need our assistance?
I've had enough of those disgusting manipulation tactics you use on your brainwashed test subjects. I don't need any help, and I don't need anyone's approval. I will make Xavier fall because of the hypocrisy, arrogance, and impracticality he clings to. That outcome will be enough to prove I'm correct.
All right. In any case, they don't actually care about your personal matters. The deep space tunnel is closing in, and the cage is tightening its grip. It's time to bring her back to us. Be careful, and try not to let the emissary truly awaken. Our most important hope mustn't be erased.
I wish you all the best.
The magnetic field at the incident site shows coupled fluctuations, but the wanderers who correspond to them are nowhere to be found. It might be a new type. Be careful. Icon City phasing through things, dimensional ruptures, space-time rifts. Our missions have been weird lately. Everyone was spooked by that snowfall that happened outside of winter. They're jumpy now. There are 500 missions every day. You might be entertained, but I'm not.
Something's about to come out of those clouds. Daddy, who cut the clouds like that?
Well, it wasn't me. My crafting skills aren't that good. Oh, maybe it was your mother.
This falls under normal interference. Dynamic data retrieval complete. Hold on. The results from advanced tech labs are back. There's a 0.51% chance of a wanderer appearing. Great. That's one more false alarm to our list. A lot of rare phenomena are just astronomical occurrences. We're probably paranoid.
scenario. The Special Task Force will confirm if this is related to highly dangerous evolvers. Deep Space Hunters are on their way. Hey, don't use this as an excuse to stand on the trash can. Otto, the city inspector, will photograph and record everything.
It's you again. This is the 5th time we've been assigned to the same mission, right? What a coincidence. They say it's to strengthen police-hunter cooperation and mutual learning. But I bet there are things they can't keep under wraps anymore. Did you hear? Someone saw a futuristic spaceship in the forest. It fell out of a space-time rift. The case disappeared the moment it was entered into the system. Don't you think it's suspicious? I already dealt with 5 anomalies today. I'm going to do 2 more before grabbing a bite to eat. What about you? What's wrong? Do we have a problem on our hands?
Based on my observation and analysis, particularly capable evol police officers are usually drawn to bizarre cases.
Really? Don't tell me I'm about to encounter an evolver with a golden touch. I'll handle the golden toilet case. I can keep going. Good luck on your next mission. Stay safe.
Are you alone? And are you sure it's a magnetic field overlap? I'll wrap things up here and find you. Give me 2 minutes. 2.5 at most. If you see anyone who looks like a backtracker, oh, I see someone who thinks I'm always nagging doesn't want the results about the biometric key. It's the same as the preliminary examination. We can't unlock it. All we know is that there's an unknown substance inside, and it's not a chip. We can only go to Soren and see if he can unlock it. He's familiar with the old Gaia Research Center. So you'll have to keep moonlighting for me behind the Association's back.
Whether it's a rupture or instances of buildings phasing in and out, they're fundamentally related to magnetic field fluctuations and must be taken seriously. I know there have been many false reports lately, which makes it easy to overlook real threats. Everyone must remain vigilant.
Fancy seeing you here, partner. We ran into each other in a corner. It must be fate. Yes. The issue is that the magnetic fields are abnormal. Then should I try a different approach? Oh. Well, I guess I failed. I don't have another trick up my sleeve. I'm trying to find someone. Soren. Based on what we know about him, he's most likely hiding in areas with magnetic field anomalies. And most of these anomalies may be linked to the flux nexus. Recently, some backtrackers I've lost contact with have returned to Lincoln secretly. They left the backtrackers to follow Soren. I also visited Isaiah today. Back then, he left the backtrackers with them and they all joined Ever. Soren's whereabouts? I'm afraid only Isaiah would know. He's missing. I don't think so. I went to the cottage where Jeremiah had him staying. All his clothes were still there. The only thing missing was the Order of Lightseeker's uniform. He probably remembered something and wants to handle it in the identity he values most. A pair of sneakers was missing from the shoe cabinet. They were blue. You...
How long are you going to stand there like that? You're being very rude right now. What's with that look on your face? If my night boots hadn't been damaged in the previous battle, I wouldn't need to dress in such a ridiculous manner. Jeremiah, the despicable scoundrel. He only gave me everyday shoes. I saw you outside the no-hunt zone. I knew you'd respond to our royal homeland summons and come here. This is your destiny. And an opportunity that fate has granted me. Isaiah, 5th Squadron Leader of the Order of Lightseekers, Senior Counselor of the Royal Council, and member of the Royal Family's last generation, formally challenges you to an honorable duel. I can die fighting for honor, but I refuse to be insulted to death by you. Are you treating me like a child? You're running away during a duel? You've changed. Out of all the places you could have chosen, do you know what it means to duel here? Whether it's intentional or not, you've chosen to let this duel continue with the holy sword of the goddess as your witness. I shall treat this more earnestly and give it my all. You're not going to say anything? I know what you're planning. You want to provoke me so that I'll lose my composure. Then you'll exploit an opening. Let's see if you can still predict my sword techniques. Xavier!
Drawing your sword against an unarmed opponent. Is this your idea of chivalry?
What do you mean? She has a gun!
It's wrong if one party in a duel doesn't wield a sword. For the sake of your knight uniform, I acknowledge your sincerity for this duel. She doesn't have a sword, but I do.
Do you think I'm stupid? I didn't win against you last time, so I won't...
All the honor you wagered now belongs to her.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you lost. This isn't the place to do an interrogation. The magnetic field isn't stable. Let's take him back and question him properly. Soren isn't here.
Don't you dare tie me up! I am the 5th Squadron leader of the Order of Lightseekers, senior counselor of the Royal Council!
Will you promise you won't try to run off again?
The holy sword of the goddess shall be my witness. Capturing me is pointless, Xavier. You don't know how to leave this place. I won't say anything. How am I one of you?
Even a defeated enemy is still human.
You! Breaking through a magnetic field overlap is difficult for others. But it'll be simple since you're here. Find the flux nexus that is gathering energy and destroy it. Then the energy will disperse. The field shall collapse soon after.
Don't act rashly. If it just involves destroying the flux nexus, then I can do it too.
Of course. One massive evol burst can make any magnetic field explode. Assuming you don't have that thing on your neck. Otherwise, it'd be suicide.
We can't get in now without an anchor point.
I didn't expect her and Xavier to charge in.
It's all because of Isaiah. When he goes crazy, he's not afraid of anything.
Did she see the holy sword of the goddess? Do you think she'll remember us? And Philos?
Soren didn't lie to us. It's real this time. He actually did it. Now, waiting is our best offense.
But Soren specifically asked us to work with Ever's cleaners to intercept and eliminate Xavier and the others.
Does that also include Her Majesty and Jeremiah? They shouldn't be able to stop Soren's plan anymore. Is this really necessary?
Soren isn't a qualified leader. It's up to you if you want to follow his orders. Regardless of whether his heart is consumed by hatred or blinded by madness, what he's doing hasn't betrayed the Backtracker's original goal. Until the outcome is decided, I will never give up. This is my responsibility as a Backtracker. It also involves my honor as a person.
An unknown path ahead and giving it our all. If we're still hesitating at this point, we'd be too weak. If everyone could always be like Xavier, the Backtrackers wouldn't have split up or ended up like us.
promised you wouldn't tie me up, but you went back on your word. I'll dismember you, turn you into custard to spread on bread, and eat you!
You don't like custard.
They said they wouldn't tie you up. But did I say that? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Can I knock him out? Do you really think he won't betray us again?
Why would you use our family's punishment on me over something this trivial? How insulting!
He's from the Philosian royal family. He's Xavier's younger cousin. He's always had a bone to pick with Xavier ever since he was born.
Those flowers are precious. You shouldn't have kicked them over. I'll let you go after you answer a few questions. We have to quickly get useful information out of him. You're the only one who can do it. Jeremiah gets into arguments with him, and we're hostile towards each other. He won't cooperate. Don't underestimate how much you mean to him. To all the backtrackers, you are different.
Why did you appear near No Hunt Zone number 39? Investigating. So you're not sure what's inside that magnetic field either. Aren't you afraid I might mislead you?
I gave him a monthly subscription for Lincoln Monthly. I didn't let him have any other way to contact the outside world. Today should be the day he receives the magazine.
You've made your assumptions. Why are you still questioning me? You've made your assumptions. Why are you still questioning me? No Hunt Zone number 39 was one of the locations Soren selected. It was the closest, so I just decided to confirm it. I never thought. Everyone underestimated Soren.
Not me.
I didn't doubt him either.
Fine, I'm the only one who was blind to the obvious. Are you even listening to me? During our backtracking, we theorized many potential solutions to Philo's crisis. One was planet transplantation. You saw the state of the magnetic field overlap? Don't tell me you didn't realize it was one of the methods for achieving planet transplantation.
All the methods we discussed exist only in theory. They're impossible to implement.
Then how do you explain what we saw inside the magnetic field? If this was just an abnormal magnetic field caused by spatial fractures or displacement, it should have been empty inside.
Inside No Hunt Zone number 39 was Philos. It looks like our homeland, but I doubt that's the real Philos. It's more akin to a projection. Think of how light from a planet travels for a long time before being observed. What we see in that moment is actually how it was many years ago.
I agree with your assessment. What we can confirm right now is that Soren found a way to create magnetic field overlaps. Maybe he's actually attempting to do a transplantation. Good question. If you hadn't have dragged me back here, I would have already tracked him down and forced him to tell me his plans. I guess you'll have to find the answer yourselves.
See? Maybe we should have just knocked him out.
I can't figure out what he's planning for now, but maybe we don't need to know. If we obsess over trying to predict his moves, we'll be easily led around by the nose. We don't need to know everything. As long as we can identify a general pattern and strike the vital point, we can still achieve our goal. And Soren is clearly the vital point in all of his plans. We don't have to. At worst, we can follow Jeremiah's advice and knock him out to control the situation. Aside from No Hunt Zone number 39, what are the other locations Soren selected?
Are you planning to search through them one by one? I advise you to reconsider. When you were captured by Eva, Soren also participated in modifying your suppressor. The rest of us will have better odds against him. The magnetic field overlap is Soren's all-or-nothing gamble. He won't be merciful this time. Considering his access to Ever's resources, do you think he developed something that'll specifically target your suppressor?
Probably. Don't worry. I won't let myself be at a disadvantage.
You could remove the suppressor.
That's the one thing we'll never do.
Then you can sit back and watch Earth get torn to shreds.
Everyone's exhausted. Let's get some rest. Soren is human too. Even when he's up to no good, he still needs to sleep.
All right, I'll take care of this guy. We can discuss how to sort out his situation tomorrow.
They're probably fighting right now. I can't smell any fried rice or grilled sausage. I'm not hungry. I'm actually not hungry. True. I'm thinking about a problem. I'm thinking about... I'm thinking about how accurately you pinpointed Isaiah's weaknesses. You've never met him before, but you knew how to deal with him. Did you just wing it? I get it. Your brain is overloaded from processing too much information, so it wants to use me as a distraction to relax for a bit. If you want to relax, I have plenty of ways to help with that. Do you think I only use violence to solve my problems? Better? You already know what I'm going to do, don't you? You won't accept that. To ensure you're alive, we should catch Soren as soon as possible. I want to find Soren by myself, but I don't want to stop him immediately. Isaiah is right. We don't know what or how much he created with Ever's resources. He definitely prepared a few things that target me specifically. Isaiah wasn't being paranoid. If Soren completes the planet transplantation, the stalls, markets, and life as we know it will cease to exist. That can't happen. And if Philos were to return that way, it may not be the one we're hoping for. Compared to me, is there anyone who's more likely to escape unscathed from this reconnaissance mission? Jeremiah? Isaiah? All things considered, neither of them are as suitable as I am. Then we'll think of a way to get rid of it. You sound eager. For what? Let's move. We need to do things that require family to be present from start to finish.
insufficient intel is unworthy of the paper it could be printed on. Maybe the Nest should change its business strategy. Nightingales seem to be more suited for gathering intel compared to ants. There aren't many moles left in the N109 zone. Wasting them on Ever's scraps isn't worth it. I should save them for something worthwhile. That vengeful merman doesn't need new lists for now either. What a shame. The Oak Elder behind Biosun Pharmaceuticals isn't easy to fool. This business, I need to carefully consider its next move. If the magic hasn't failed, then trouble is knocking on the door.
I heard you have intel on Ever modifying my suppressor.
Xavier, you know how to contact me. Is it really necessary to show up at my door in the middle of the night? Also, if you're going to show up at this hour, you should have used your evil to wrap yourself in light before letting the particles slowly disperse. It would have been more fairy tale-like.
I don't read fairy tales.
What a waste of evil. Oh, miss, you're here together. I've seen you at the Nest, or rather I saw you, but you didn't see me. You're giving me too much credit. My relationship with the Nest is about as intimate as a pair of exes.
The Nest doesn't have an owner, but whoever serves as its face gets shifted around. It's his turn for now.
That's confidential information. You say it like it's not a surprise. Oh. This is unnecessary. I'm not being uncooperative.
That's enough nonsense for today. The files. That's it.
This is all I can get. The Gaia Biotechnology Research Center isn't a haphazard operation. It's not the same institute as before.
Your services aren't special in the slightest.
That's harsh, don't you think?
Leaving them with Randall means he'll sell them as intel again. The buyers won't know I'm aware of what's in them. If they want to utilize that intel against me, then we can use it against them. There wasn't much. It only had two things. Modifying the suppressor wasn't Ever's main purpose when they captured me. Gaia Biotech wanted my evol genes, but the suppressor made extraction impossible. So they made a last-minute request to Soren. They asked him to modify the suppressor. The second part said that Soren's modification was successful. He strengthened the suppressor's restrictive effect. The evil I can use is more limited now. My family made it for me. Yes, it was originally made to protect me. On Philos, an evolver's evol energy and life force are one and the same. Using your evol means you're consuming your own life for power. On Earth, we're displaced in time and space. The energy we consume can't be regenerated. The suppressor protects me through restraint. Are you that surprised? Did you forget what I just said? The documents didn't reveal a method to remove the suppressor, so launching a surprise attack against Soren now would be difficult. When we wake up tomorrow, we'll need to think of new approaches. I don't have a choice. Researching these technological mechanisms isn't something I'm good at. I can't do it. An emergency call from Jeremiah.
A bunch of white-gloved men with new type protocore weapons just burst into the flower shop. We used the car to escape. Isaiah said...
They're Ever's cleaners, and we're not their only targets. Where are you?
Isaiah can't fight 20 people on his own. He won't last long.
Some backtrackers are here too. Jeremiah's swordsmanship has always been one of the worst in our team. He couldn't beat them before, so it'll be impossible now.
Got it. Focus on getting out of there.
It's not open today? I wanted to pick up a few flowers for the office.
You didn't know? The owner closes the flower shop temporarily from time to time. He's really carefree about it. Young people like him who open flower shops in the bustling parts of big cities usually have that wanderlust spirit. They leave whenever they feel like it.
To be able to leave just like that? I'm so jealous.
We've been driving for so long that anyone who's been trying to keep up should have lost us by now.
We shook them off 15 minutes ago. But our choice is obvious. They'll catch up sooner or later.
Why don't you just ram into everyone and send them flying? Even if it doesn't kill them, it'd make them suffer at least.
Those masked people's weapons looked dangerous. Who knows what new thing ever came up with this time?
Losing heart before the battle even begins. I knew cowardice ran in your peasant blood.
Yeah, I'm not like you. Being iron-fisted royalty means your head is made of iron too, right? Why don't you go up front and help me check the headlights?
If circumstances hadn't forced our hand, there wouldn't be a place for you in my squadron.
You'd be perfect as No Hunt Zone number 99's headmaster. You'll deal with those mutated wanderers with impure bloodlines and their biological dilemmas.
This is how they relax. If they have time to argue, it means the situation isn't dire. You can use this as a chance to relax too. Yeah. Our team's dynamic has always been like this. Mature and spirited. It's normal for it to flash. You've seen it happen before. Not necessarily. It might just be malfunctioning. After all, the more advanced the tech, the more prone it is to wear and tear. It's been working tirelessly for many, many years. I'm telling the truth. It's been in service longer than an average spaceship used for time travel, and it's been modified over the years. Malfunctions are normal. As long as I don't malfunction, it's fine. See? There's no problem, right? It's a placebo effect. I don't use my evol that much when I fight. Even then, I keep it under control. I just happen to be very strong. It's still effective, even if I don't use it properly. From its birth to its death, a star witnesses the passing of billions of years. Its energy is enough to outlast several generations on Earth. Even if there's a day when I run out of energy, it won't happen for a very long time.
The Backtrackers were never a harmonious group to begin with. Who knows how many people are putting their pent-up resentment on his shoulders?
If we view their actions as ones that are driven by emotion, then we'll be severely underestimating the Backtrackers. Those willing to cooperate with Ever, and the ones who left at a later time, aren't fools. It's because they're intelligent that every decision they make is the optimal choice. Tear the team apart. Turn former comrades into bitter enemies. The original Backtrackers were formed under similar circumstances. Everyone who joined knew the title of Backtracker didn't carry any honor on Philos. It meant rebellion, resistance, and desperate madness. Our journey didn't set off with any blessings. No one would wait for our return on the other side of deep space. Between choosing to be abandoned by everyone and being forced down a path of betrayal, the former takes a lot more courage. After working together for so many years, they understood me, and I understood them. I understood the confusion, the disappointment that kept building up after each failed attempt. I also knew that even though the path ahead was shrouded in thick fog, not one person actually gave up.
But the Backtrackers on their side could have anticipated our actions. That's what it means to know your enemy.
You don't have to think of them as being that frightening. Even though they're enemies now, I don't think they'd use underhanded tactics against us. If conflict is unavoidable, it'll be a few straightforward battles. That's all.
At the beginning, I said those people are insane one way or another. I pity how their lives turned out sometimes. If you still have any delusions about them, I'll spend the rest of my life riding your tail as the King of Sorrow. Your infamy shall be spread from our solar system to Sagittarius. Every star in the galaxy will know your name. All promising members of the royal family do.
Since you love writing so much, don't speak anymore. In fact, you can start right now. Write down whatever you want to say.
You don't even look at the things I write.
I'll look when I have time.
Why are you laughing?
I can laugh whenever I want. What, are you gonna give me a story about the King of Laughter?
I don't want to talk to someone as shameless as you.
Why are you laughing? I picked it from a tree. Jeremiah prepared a tree as a gift for an important client. We're stealing some cookies, so don't let him catch us. Looks like it's closed. Their influence doesn't reach that far. Let's split up and scout the area. We'll meet up at the southwest corner of the rest stop in 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
Aside from the shell, nothing on this truck is original. Jeremiah modified it into something like a military fortress. In the worst-case scenario, the driver's cabin can supposedly transform into an ejection pod and sacrifice the rear cargo for a quick escape. After this is over, I'll ask Jeremiah to expand the ejection pod a little. Yeah. The express lane is very expensive.
Tunnel instability is normal. It's been in operation for 2 or 3 years. When will it reopen? Who knows? If you can't wait, just use the regular highway.
They said it involves stuff like abnormal magnetic fields and unusual energy fluctuations. They won't reopen the tunnel until the situation stabilizes. Long-distance transport is so exhausting. You might as well rest like me and find a massage pod to lie down in.
Abnormal magnetic fields, energy fluctuations, and other factors are causing instability inside the tunnel.
So what's the plan? Will we keep waiting or take a different route?
I vote for staying. What do you choose?
I vote to turn back.
Then I'll choose to stay. Since there's 2 on each side, no one gets left out. Oh, I know. Why don't we choose to stay, but Isaiah can feel free to go?
You're insane.
Based on my current understanding of the situation, there's a high chance we'll run into them if we go back. It's not enough. Our choice to leave the highway is a signal. They know we don't want to face them head-on right now, and that we're creating distance to buy time. The trucks at this rest stop are backed by powerful individuals, and the cargo they're transporting is invaluable. I don't think Ever would go so far as to offend the forces behind these shipments for Soren's sake.
It's settled then. I haven't eaten or drank anything since yesterday, so this is the perfect chance to refuel. You guys should too. Don't go into battle on an empty stomach.
Yeah. We'll gather intel in the meantime. You look just like that delivery driver who was worried about being late. It's a perfect disguise. Aren't you thinking about something along the lines of, I would have taken a different route if I had known? In that case, we should hold Jeremiah responsible. He was driving the truck. Isaiah bears a lot of responsibility too. If he hadn't attracted those pursuers, we could have had time to plan alternative routes. Since I planned to act alone and didn't properly supervise them, I bear most of the responsibility. Have Isaiah work for Jeremiah instead. My punishment is giving you my 310 HM. That way you'll have 3 generations of HM motorcycles. Jeremiah, his punishment is listening to Isaiah's stories. You wouldn't understand them anyway. You'll be responsible for giving me rides to and from work when I don't have a motorcycle? I'm not doing that. What I said is true. None of us are mindless puppets, so every action we took was inevitably shaped by everyone's thoughts and decisions. Let's put Jeremiah aside. If Isaiah found out you wanted to take all the responsibility, what do you think his reaction would be? He'd do more than that. He'll scold me for playing dumb, call Jeremiah a coward, and declare that he was also part of the mistake with his head held high. You don't like what I said? I noticed you kept frowning and then looking up. What caught your attention? The weather anomalies and the unusual magnetic fields should be connected to what Soren is doing. If his goal is to find a way to save Velos through a magnetic field overlap, then it can only happen in Lincoln. The deep space tunnel affects Lincoln City the most. Various operations involving magnetic fluctuations will be easier to implement. And this is where Backtrack 2 descended. For him and some backtrackers, it's also where they fell. If there's a chance for them to make a comeback, then Lincoln City will be their new starting point.
They're still showing this? Don't tell me they've already made it to 10 seasons.
A workplace idol drama about protocol refining? Why did they make it look like magic? Brainless people watch brainless shows. I'm not so sure about that.
Maybe.
I'm not so sure about that.
Something's off. Retreat. Get in the truck. Avoid the patrol robots.
They're all Evers products. The fact that they immediately hacked the robots' control systems means it's them. At this rate, they'll determine our location within 10 minutes.
Get ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Before this difficult battle begins, I need to make a confession. Over the years, I've been secretly taking parts from our backtracking spaceship to modify my truck.
Since you're insane, consider going to therapy. Dying is also an option. Please don't tell me you still haven't given up on that suicidal idea of modifying a miniature warp drive.
Anyway, we only have two options right now. Either we charge out and fight, or we try out my truck's immature string and warp drive that I poured my heart and soul into modifying.
What's the success rate?
If success is defined as no one dying, then it's 100%. The worst case scenario is that we won't know where we'll end up.
Has your recklessness grown with age?
Has your courage declined with age?
It's your call.
Yeah, you decide.
It's basically a point-to-point space travel technology. But you've already made your choice, right?
Then we can fight for a bit. If we can handle it, we keep going. If we're defeated, we teleport out. But performing a space warp under unstable conditions increases the probability of accidents. Theoretically speaking, yes, but performing a space warp under unstable conditions increases the probability of accidents. I got you.
There are people here who have extensive experience with unplanned warp points. Regardless of the adventure, you've always been there.
Now it's a small truck equipped with a cloaking device and stealth tech. We can use the shadows for cover and slip into the tunnel's auxiliary road next to the checkpoint. Once we're there, we'll activate the string-end warp drive. The tunnel will conceal the commotion, so hopefully they won't notice us.
We'll blow up those patrol robots to show them we're hiding at this rest stop. You're the one who's too nervous. It's more like jumping. It sounds impressive, but...
It's actually really impressive.
Don't listen to him. He's just bragging. This isn't a real space warp. There are too many conditions it can't meet. You can imagine it as an elevator that's slightly faster than usual. We just don't know which floor it'll stop at.
Range safety measures are in place, and the emergency brakes are functional. Everything's ready. What about you guys? Great. It was a safe landing. Whoa, our spaceship?
Can you hear me? Do you feel dizzy or nauseous? Yeah, it's me.
I blame you for this. Your driving skills are just as terrible
Well,
as your swordsmanship.
Before the space warp happened, your evil was out of control. Do you remember? You weren't in the best shape. If I hadn't held on to you. You are not hurt or anything? Weightlessness, dizziness, sensory integration issues, partial memory loss, all of them are possible, but they're only temporary. I should have told you some tips for adapting to interstellar warps beforehand. They might have helped. I know. We'll make Soren pay for this, too. Did you sleep well? How are you feeling? Less than 6 hours. The recovery chamber's data says your evil has stabilized. Once your fatigue fades, you should be okay. The people trying to intercept us are probably still investigating the tunnel. The commotion we created should be enough to delay them for a while. Jeremiah's fixing his truck. He says he wants to shorten the miniature warp distance so it can be used for flower delivery across city blocks. So there's no need to worry. You can focus on resting until dawn.
Ugh. No. You. No way. Stay away from. Ugh.
What did you figure out? What else did you see? What about me? I also asked you about an important matter. You saw all of them. So what about me? It should have been my turn to be on duty. Otherwise, I would have stepped in when Isaiah and Jeremiah were fighting. I'd remind them that comrades who fight get punished, so if they were going to brawl, they might as well make it count. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it. Aside from their fight and typical tomfoolery, did you see anything else? It sounds like the Backtrackers are a disorganized group of misfits. During our backtracking, I received cosmic fluctuations. The source of their transmission was unknown. Maybe. Although their source couldn't be traced, they weren't difficult to decode. I'm very familiar with the encryption method. They sent coordinates that were similar but different from the ones we originally had. At the time, I wasn't sure what that meant. For certain reasons, we decided to change coordinates at the last minute. The landing time ended up being a bit more off than expected. A little over 200 years. It wasn't that big a deal. 200 years is just a small ripple in the endless river of time. I should clarify something first. Whether it's a journey with time travel or a displacement of 200 years, both are already in the past. You don't need to worry about the hardships we've already endured. Are you feeling better? I want to take you somewhere. This is Traceback 2's energy transmission system module. What you're seeing makes up roughly 3/1000ths of the entire system. If there isn't enough energy to power it, the spaceship will lose propulsion. Over those 200 years, repairing the spaceship became everyone's primary concern when we realized that achieving our goal would require careful, long-term planning. Use your evo to sense it. It's the opposite. It's the power of other backtrackers. This part of the transmission system has the least amount of damage. At the time, we decided to prioritize repairing it. What you're seeing is the result of that.
Zero 033034 and Section G is almost fully repaired. The next phase, if we continue to supply our all that awaits us is failure.
Can we try again, please? Hey, we're leaving too?
This doesn't involve just one person. The spaceship, it affects everyone. Your orders, I won't accept.
They fought one day. Afterward, half of the people who had been repairing the ship gave up. Later on, several more among that group left. Fewer people stayed behind. And after a very, very long time, it became what you see now.
It wasn't there last night. It just appeared out of nowhere this morning.
What is it? A mirage?
It materialized earlier than expected.
The anti-tracking devices I gave you were just thrown together, but they should still work. The only downside is the limited battery life. You have 5 hours at most. You better work fast.
Hello, I'm the hunter who was sent to investigate the situation. This is my partner. What were you talking to Jeremiah about? He has a mountain of debts on him. I doubt he's sleeping as soundly as we are. Yeah, my hunter credentials. Huh? It's my Bunny's Hot Pot membership card. Are you determined to do 1,000 strikes? You fulfill every request our teacher makes. I don't want you to become another's knight. I can choose not to become king. You can choose not to join the Lightseekers, who answer only to the royal family. This is... They're new. Watch out. Something's off. No. This descended piece of Philos isn't right. Can you sense the energy fluctuations? means the statue's appearance is only the beginning. Maybe you'll see Astria Night Academy. This isn't good. The forcibly transplanted Philos is withering. Without its original energy from the cosmos, everything on the planet will only decay faster. We once theorized this could happen. The Flux Nexus in No Hunt Zone number 39 has already been destroyed, yet the Holy Sword of the Goddess still appeared. Let's go. Soren is in a good hiding place. We won't be able to locate him immediately. You're gripping my hand tight. It wasn't hard to figure out. There's no point in staying here any longer. Let's get going. We'll think of something. I saw a familiar face. I know who it is. He's not allied with Soren. We'll circle around and grab him. Get ready to ambush him. Stay at least 6 meters away. Keep your distance. He's a psychic class evolver. Get too close and there's a chance he could paralyze your brain or make you go blind. It's a horde.
I'll handle this side.
Sullivan, has Soren contacted you recently?
It's been ages since we last saw each other. Do you have anything else to say?
The Holy Sword of the Goddess manifested here. We don't know what will appear next. Now's not the time for a heart-to-heart. Has Soren contacted you?
No.
What about the 4 people you're close to?
One chose Soren in the end.
As the Rainbow Runners Prefect and Resource Coordinator for the Backtrackers, your data integration abilities shouldn't have deteriorated, right?
What are you trying to say?
Back then, Traceback 2 landed at a space-time anchor point that was outside the margin of error. The first plan was immediately scrapped. After the second plan was agreed upon, we spent 20 years searching for suitable magnetic field points and planted 53 flux nexuses.
I haven't forgotten. That was to detect Earth's energy flow.
so we could immediately detect the formation of an ether core. Unfortunately, as soon as the Chrono Rift catastrophe appeared, all our plans were ruined. Those flux nexuses could only be shut down.
What if I said that the flux nexuses weren't actually turned off? Rather, they were changed to serve another purpose.
Are you saying the Holy Sword of the Goddess appeared because Soren modified the flux nexuses?
Some of the ones you set up may have been modified as well. Back then, to ensure the plan wasn't leaked, each person only knew the locations of the anchor points they set up. And the map showing all the anchor points is hidden in your psychically sealed compartment. I need that map.
I already left the backtrackers, Captain. I swore never to interfere with any backtrackers.
Just mark the anchor points in Lincoln. That'll do.
Think of me as an aging old man. I can no longer chase the dreams of my youth.
Sure. After all, you're willing to let them be buried in the dream you abandoned.
You think that will make me come back crying and ensure I swear my loyalty to you again? You're too...
Save the complaints for next time. Assuming there is one anyway.
But the Holy Sword of the Goddess has appeared. Doesn't that mean Soren's plan might succeed? The Holy Sword of the Goddess was the first to manifest, which proves he remembers the oath we swore before it. He's staying true to himself. Shouldn't you be happy?
But his actions are tearing Philos apart, which will accelerate the death of the planet.
What?
He lost his mind. Have you also gone mad?
What do you mean he's tearing Philos apart?
The Philos that's being transferred through a magnetic field overlap is the same Philos in our memories. But it won't be for long. He modified the flux nexuses to perform an energy traction. To be more specific, he used the RMFMA's spatial overlap principles as a basis for cutting and transplanting Philos. Unlike the planet transplantation we theorized, this method will cause the fragments of Philos to lose their original energy when they arrive on Earth. What he's bringing isn't Philos, but rather the broken corpse of a lifeless planet. The decay of the Holy Sword of the Goddess has only just begun.
Our everlasting statue. As long as Philos stands, it will never fall.
This is what you left with me back then. Now, using my authority as Xavier, I invite you once again, be my vice captain. I hope that melodious laughing thrush hasn't wandered too far. Let's go.
You ran into old Sully? He opened an agency? He's doing work for his neighborhood?
I'm not surprised. He's a people-pleasing bootlicker. And he has a forgettable face, too.
Quiet.
Before meeting up with you, we visited 3 locations where I remembered flux nexuses had been planted. 2 of them showed no activity, but we removed them just to be safe. The 3rd one we collected was at Triumph Avenue. The street in front of our academy had manifested. That was the first time I saw it so deserted. There wasn't a soul around.
No one being present is a good thing.
The Holy Sword is deteriorating? The wavy leaf sea lavender is withering. These are all signs that point to the planet's energy being drained. But it shouldn't happen this quickly. Transplanted planets do experience a phase where their energy is taken away, but the new energy should be enough to sustain them through this transition.
Earth's ether core hasn't fully matured yet. It can't meet the requirements to support Philos. The second plan requires an ether core that matures when Earth collapses. Then Earth's energy won't be directly siphoned if people start appearing in the magnetic field overlap.
Soren did a calculation. Even with planet transplantation, people still have a 53% chance of surviving the process. That's 1% higher than the chance of doing a successful backtracking.
I think His Highness, the Crown Prince knockoff, is missing Soren again.
This isn't an experiment. It's a gamble.
When you first proposed the concept of backtracking, how many people supported you, Xavier? 80% of people thought you were joking, and the remaining 20% thought you were insane. Do you even remember how many times your backtracking experiments failed? It was okay for you to fail again and again, but when it's someone else's turn, it becomes a gamble? Is it because you're the Crown Prince, so you get special privileges?
Those who only ever think about power always seem to see that fault in others.
Since you can fail 100 times, Xavier, other people should be allowed to fail 99 times. Let's look at Philos' situation and assume that letting 1 million people die could save 1.01 million people. You should know what the correct choice is.
Now I understand how that human-eating planet and the royal family that upholds it came to be. You stand in the clouds at 10,000 meters. 1 million people look like densely packed grains of sand beneath your feet. They mean nothing to you. But I stand on the ground, so let me tell you that they're people just like us. Each and every one of them. They each have a name. They're not a string of numbers.
In other words, we let everyone die together while chanting all lives are equal?
If anyone needs to be sacrificed, it should be scum like you who don't see people as humans.
Earth's collapse during the apocalypse is inevitable. Why should we worry about Earth if we can't even save Philos? Agreeing with his methods doesn't mean I agree with his personal values.
Operation Backtrack's first choice was to take the planetary core, which only forms when a planet is dying. It's like taking organs that are still viable from a dying person's body and transplanting them into someone who needs them. When we made that decision, we knew how great the risk of landing during a planet's destruction would be. We might get caught in cosmic winds that form because of the energy, or we might be annihilated along with the fracturing tectonic plates. But the reason why every backtracker agreed to it? We refused to survive by sacrificing some to save others. So even if we needed other planets' planetary cores, we had to wait until the planet died. Philos' new future can't involve endless sacrifice again. Should we ever reach a moment when sacrifice becomes necessary, we only have the right to sacrifice ourselves. We don't decide who lives or dies. So, this topic lacks the necessity for discussion on a fundamental level.
Yeah.
We're gambling everything, but I also said I'd bring them home. The second plan is still viable. However, external thorns won't be the only obstacles. There's also...
The flux nexuses we were aware of are just these. What about the others?
Soren started moving quickly.
Why is he rushing? He's never been this impatient before.
Other hunters can remove the flux nexuses by using the Association's weapons. If all of them work together, we should be able to suppress these abnormal magnetic fields. As for the remaining flux nexuses...
Can't you drag Sullivan here like you did with me? You could have given out an order, forced him to help, or even threatened him.
Those methods would have failed. I have to hear that as soon as I show up. I'm starting to question whether or not I made the right choice. Take it before I change my mind.
Since you're here, I won't give you the chance to change your mind. The 6 flux nexuses in the southeastern region match up with the abnormal magnetic fields the Association detected. We've already investigated the central area. What's left is the southwestern corner and this northern region.
We've calculated the detection points for Earth's energy flows. The northern areas in Lincoln City are dominant zones. As far as I'm aware, at least 3 backtrackers have planted flux nexuses in this region.
If I may, the magnetic field around the Holy Sword is like the largest putrefied area on a flower petal. If that was the only one, the flower would take 3 days to wither. But if other putrefied areas appear, they'll rapidly connect into a decaying network. The time it'll take for them to wither will be significantly decreased.
Cut to the chase. How much time do we have?
"3 hours. We need to destroy the real flux nexuses that are around the Holy Sword within 3 hours. To ensure it goes smoothly, we have to prevent other putrefied areas from appearing.
3 hours isn't enough. We can't even get into the magnetic field overlap behind the Holy Sword right now.
The Holy Sword is massive. I figured it'd need a lot of energy to materialize, so I took some time to collect data on it. But the system failed to do that. It could only monitor environmental energy around the magnetic field's perimeter and some disrupted anomalous data.
By utilizing the spatial reconstruction characteristics of reflected magnetic field energy analyzers, we can create magnetic field barriers. It was only speculation back then, but it seems to have been confirmed. Whether it's the RMFMA or the flux nexuses with modified protocores, they're all part of Soren's experiments.
That guy has gotten more determined since he went insane.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with this hypocrite.
Magnetic field stabilizers are part of a monitoring network spanning all of Lincoln City. We need the Hunters Association system. Use these credentials to synchronize and mark the locations of the remaining flux nexuses in the stabilizer system. Tell Jenna and the Association to prioritize destroying the places that match the anomalous magnetic field patterns. The remaining ones...
I'll lead a team to eliminate them.
Jeremiah and Isaiah will go with you. I'll deal with the magnetic field barrier. Don't worry. The situation is unclear, so I won't exhaust myself on the first go. No matter how advanced Soren's technology is, he can only utilize Earth's current energy limits. But there's still one place where power from Philos exists.
Don't tell me it's...
Xavier, what are you trying to do? I knew it. The more normal someone seems, the more insane they actually are.
Okay. This is the power source that supplies energy to Traceback 2's transmission system, Echo. Powering a massive vessel requires 12 of these operating in a rotation. Our preparations took a very long time because we had to manufacture enough Echo units. We even mobilized all available resources. Unfortunately, 11 of them suffered severe damage in the final backtrack. This one was preserved the best when we landed. Some parts can be replaced, but for the most important component, the materials here aren't good enough. Echo can convert evol energy into power, and a sufficiently strong evol can also activate Echo. If we were still on Philos, we'd only need a few evolvers to restart it. But here... On Philos, an evolver's evol energy and life force are one and the same. Using your evol means you're consuming your own life for power. On Earth, we're displaced in time and space. The energy we consume can't be regenerated. With the current state of our evols, we can't do it. But it will never have a chance to awaken again. This is the only way. The Backtrackers are a group seeking death, and Traceback 2 is their ferry. It's harsh, but we didn't deny that assessment, not even once. Every backtracker knew it was a chariot carrying idealists to victory, or a coffin burying those lost in delusions. At least this isn't our most desperate hour yet. It still has the chance to uphold a knight's honor, to spend its final moments in battle. It's willing. Of course. They're badges from the Order of Lightseekers. The stars on Isaiah's badge represent the Star Hunters, and the arc on Sullivan's represents the Rainbow Runners. All the Backtrackers were part of the Order of Lightseekers, and most members of the Order of Lightseekers were students from Astria Knight Academy. Yeah. Jeremiah made a few new sets. According to him, they're perfect replicas. There might still be a chance. Quite a few people used to go to him for repairs. Isaiah's outfit was well preserved because of him. Some of our comrades were skilled at maintaining our badges. They'd polish them until they shined. Sullivan's Evol was remarkably effective at treating insomnia. Everyone called him the Sandman behind his back. On a ship that could never reach the shore, the food ran out. Someone said they were willing to sacrifice themselves to keep everyone going. I told them to abandon ship, even if it was temporary. It was the ship carrying them in their search for humanity's only hope. All the while, they bore every curse, every ounce of scorn. The arguments grew heated, and someone accidentally damaged Echo. I didn't stop it in time, and the backtrackers fell apart starting at that moment. Very few people can fight against the passage of time and guard an uncertain future. I wasn't alone for long, though. After I discovered what Jeremiah was doing to the spaceship, I stopped repairing it. The necessary materials were already scarce to begin with. He took more parts, and I could only fix so much. Aren't I already doing that? My heart knows retreat isn't an option. I won't hesitate nor have any regrets. I will take Echo. But I want your forgiveness. How could I not? Since we made this choice, let's say goodbye to Echo together.
The silence system has been activated. The countdown is 90 minutes. As per subsystem commands, farewell mode will now be initiated. Compiling data. It's been a long time, Captain. The vital signs monitoring system shows that nearly 3/4 of the backtrackers are still alive. I'm glad. In 88 minutes and 39 seconds, I will join Traceback 1's remaining cables and enter eternal silence mode. For humans, farewells are always heavy, but Please do not gaze upon extinguished stars. Someday, when time no longer exists, new stars will rise from where the old ones fell. Good night, backtrackers. Good night, universe.